Hello and welcome back to another Gaming with Killatia. Well, today we're looking at Defiance, the massively multiplayer online game that's supposed to tie in with the TV show of the same name. But for a game that's supposed to have cross-media compatibility in mind, I don't think the main storyline in Defiance is all that good. The main storyline of trying to retrieve an alien artifact to help rebuild the Earth felt underwhelming and uninteresting sometimes, and the main characters throughout the main storyline feel like they're either pissed off or angry all the time, making them unlikable. Heck, the only likable character in this game is your holographic AI partner, only because she feels more like a child than a pissed off adult in this game. While the game does fail in storytelling, at least in the main storyline, Defiance does make it up with some pretty good gameplay. Defiance is your typical third-person shooter in an MMO setting, and each of the gun types play differently enough to have a different flavor from one another. The controls are pretty solid, and if you want, there is controller support for the PC version, but the keyboard and mouse served me well for this game. On top of that, there's plenty to do in Defiance besides the main storyline. You have the episodic missions, which not only has the better storylines in my opinion, but also ties the game with the TV series, Arc Raids, which you raid alien artifacts for better loot, cooperative missions, and competitive player versus player. Although Defiance isn't a free-to-play game, there is no subscription fee to playing this MMO, so after paying the retail price, you're free to play this game as much as you want with no extra charge. Although if you want some extra customization, there is an in-game shop, and the developers are releasing DLC for the game as well. As a matter of fact, by the time I edit this review, the first batch of DLC for Defiance should have already been released. Graphically, I wouldn't call Defiance eye candy, but it's not a bad looking game either, and the alien environments help give that game the extra oomph it needs to balance out the destruction of the futuristic San Francisco. I do have to say that other than the Arc Raids, I had constant 60 frames per second at 1080p resolution on my gaming PC. The music is good if repetitive, the sound effects sound good, and the voice acting is probably the only thing I like about the characters in this game. Overall, I wouldn't say that Defiance is a bad game, but considering it's from the same developers that created the hit MMORPG Rift, I am kind of disappointed they could have done a little bit more with at least the main storyline. However, I do find myself keep coming back to Defiance, so obviously they did something right if I want to play more and more of this world. You can find Defiance pretty easily for about $10, so I do recommend playing the game at that price. If it was higher, no way. You can get the game on the Xbox 360, PS3, and the PC version, which is the version I review and highly recommend over the other two versions. Overall, I give this game a solid C. This is Killatia, signing off. Hope to see you next time.